So there I was, a little 14-year-old freshman without a care in the world at my first ever band camp. Let's go. Some of you are probably preparing for your band camp right now. Hopefully you will create some excellent memories that you can share in a YouTube video 20 years later. Now my marching band, we actually went away to an actual campground for band camp. And I know a lot of schools, especially in the area I'm in, they just do their band camp at their high school and they call it band camp even though it's just like a week of just extended rehearsals, but well, my school was very extra. So this one time at band camp, I totally wrecked myself and had to sit out for pretty much the whole band camp. So there we were at Camp Saginaw in Oxford, Pennsylvania, and in between our rehearsals and meal schedule, we also had about an hour of free time every single day to do whatever we wanted. And I always chose to go to the pool to show off my swimming and diving skills. Oh yes, finally, I get to show some clips on the main channel of my dives. Look at me go. I'm actually pretty good. Now, unfortunately, the pool at the band camp, it did not have a diving board, so I did the next best thing and just like sprinted up off of the concrete path and launched myself up in the air and did some cool trick and landed in the pool. Now, most of you are probably thinking that I injured myself by slamming my head into the side of the pool or something stupid like that. Well, no, it's actually even stupider what happened. So one of these drain covers here, it came loose from all the water that was splashing around, and well, when I was running up to do my next trick, I stepped on the drain cover and my foot went down inside of there and I cut my toe on the skimmer basket. And dude, I was literally gushing blood out of the bottom of my foot from this. Like, it looked like a horror movie. There was blood all over the place. Like, people were screaming. Some girl was like hysterically crying. It looked awful. And all the while I was just thinking like, wow, that like only hurt a little bit. Like, this is crazy how much blood is coming out of me. So I left a blood trail to get over to my bag, and I wrapped my foot up in a towel to stop myself from bleeding out. And yeah, one of the band moms had to take me to the emergency room. And I figured I was gonna have to get stitches because of how bad I was bleeding. But you know, when we got to the hospital, the wound stopped bleeding, and the doctor said that the cut was like so small that they couldn't really do anything. So they just sent me on my merry way with a wrapped up foot in gauze and some crutches. And I was told to just stay off of it for the rest of band camp. And when I got back to the camp, there were a bunch of rumors that went around that I like had some serious injury, like I shattered my leg or severed my foot or something. I mean, I left the side of the pool looking like a bludgeoning took place there, so I guess it made sense. They thought the injury was way worse than it actually was. So unfortunately, I couldn't actually practice for the rest of band camp since I had to not be moving around, which really sucks because I really needed the reps a lot. I had no idea what I was doing or how to march. Why is it that it's always the kid that needs the most practice and can't practice? It always seems to happen that way, no matter where I'm marching or teaching. There's always some kid that just can't get in there. And I was that kid my freshman year. I was just chilling in the shade at band camp with like 3 or 4 other injured kids, just watching the rehearsals and attempting to retain some of the information that was going on. Now, for maximum comfort, all of us injured kids, we were sitting on some of those packing blankets that they used for the front ensemble equipment, and we called it the crippled carpets, right? You had to be crippled to sit on the carpet. It was a real vibe, though, being in that crippled carpet club. Fun times. And the most annoying part was that walking around it didn't hurt at all. Like, I was kind of testing my wound, you know, walking around on crutches, but also seeing if it would hurt to walk, and it didn't at all. And I wasn't bleeding. The wound healed up real quick. But yeah, if it was up to me, I could have probably jumped back into the rehearsal. But I guess we got to listen to the doctor's orders. So there I was, an upperclassman with at least like half a clue as to what was going on at this point, and with the newfound knowledge to not step on pool filter covers. So this one time at band camp, there was this annoying freshman kid, just kind of a real obnoxious dude with a giant ego for no reason.
Oh, look at me! I'm a freshman! Oh boy! And I'm better than everybody else who's been here for years!
So of course we had to prank this kid, and now keep in mind this was back in like the mid-2000s, so there weren't as many like anti-bullying policies as there were in today's age, so we could get away with a little bit more back then. you know, at the expense of other people's mental health and general well-being. But, well, those were some wild times. That's how it was. So this one senior in our band, he came up with this plan. He snuck into the freshman cabin and stole a pair of this kid's dirty underwear out of his laundry bag, and he hung them up onto the flagpole for the entire band camp to see.
I pledge allegiance to the underpants of that annoying kid that sucks. Yeah, awesome prank. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, looking back on this was just such a weird and kind of sus prank. Yeah, the freshman kid, he wasn't even, like, mad or really pranked. He was just kind of more confused than anything.
You guys seriously stole my dirty underpants? What the heck is wrong with you people? Oh my goodness, that is so disgusting.
And one of the staff members of our marching band, he watched this whole thing happen and was kind of encouraging it, like not stopping it at all. So yeah, when the band director found out about it, he got really mad at the staff member for telling us that it was fine and not stopping us. So that was good. We didn't even get in trouble for that. Thank you, mystery staff member. So there I was, my senior year, the final band camp of my high school career. And by this time I had really refined my prank game, okay? No more hanging underpants on flagpoles, okay? That's amateur stuff. I had moved on to sophisticated pranks, like shaving cream, water balloons, and fart bombs. Also, on the bus ride to the band camp this year, I remember I had this genius idea to write "honk if you're horny" on a piece of paper and tape it to the back window of the school bus. And yeah, all these cars were honking at the bus like the whole trip. And to cover my tracks, I stacked a bunch of backpacks and suitcases like over the window on the inside, so the band director on the bus, he couldn't tell why the cars were honking because you couldn't see the sign from the inside. That was a good one. Anyways, this one time at band camp, we had an all-out prank war with our neighboring cabin. So it was kind of like this one really big cabin that was divided in the center by a wall in the bathroom that made it two separate cabins. However, the wall, it only went like 3/4 of the way up, so there was like a 2-foot gap between the wall and the ceiling. So anyone in either cabin could just yeet stuff over that wall into the other cabin's bathroom. And nothing was off limits with this, okay? Water balloons, shaving cream balloons, fart bombs, anything could go over that wall into the neighbor's bathroom at any time. And if you were particularly skilled, you could fling something over the wall and through the bathroom door opening and into your neighbor's main cabin area. You know, really make a huge mess for the other cabin to clean up. That was the goal. So amidst all these pranks going on, somebody found like a severed Barbie doll head in the woods of the band camp, which was really creepy and weird. But more importantly, it was fuel for some more pranks. So what we did was we snuck into the other cabin when no one was in there, and we drew a pentagram out of shaving cream and put the Barbie doll head in the middle. And yeah, this actually like freaked people out and like scared them enough to go and rat us out to the band director. So our whole cabin got in a lot of trouble, and we couldn't do any more pranks. Yeah, it's crazy, you know, water balloons and fart bombs are fine, no one's offended, but as soon as you try to summon Barbie Satan, yeah, that apparently takes it too far.